Welcome. In this part of the lesson, we are going to be looking at application questions, and they will be based on the excretory system. So the first instruction here says that we must create a flow diagram to show the process of the excretory system. And then in the flow diagram, we are supposed to provide a short description of what happens in each process and where each process takes place. So it's what happens and where each process takes place. So we know that the first process involved in the excretory system is filtration. This process takes place in the kidneys, and here the kidneys filter the blood. Keyword here would be to filter the blood to remove unwanted minerals, urea, and excess water. Once the kidneys have filtered the blood to remove unwanted minerals, urea, and excess water, we then go through a process of absorption. It also takes place in the kidneys, and it is after filtration. Here, the substances that the body needs are reabsorbed back into the blood so that they are not lost in the urine. Remember, we've already mentioned that urine is excreted in this system of the excretory system. So what is being excreted is obviously a waste product. So here we cannot excrete waste products, but we reabsorb all the nutrients that are needed and substances that are needed by the body. And the next process, we then have diffusion. Here, substances are transported in and out of the specialized cells of the kidney. It also takes place in the kidney, and with diffusion, with the term diffusion being defined, we know that this is when a substance moves from an area of a low concentration, from an area of a high concentration to an area of a low concentration. And in the last process, we have excretion. Before the urine is excreted, it is temporarily stored in the bladder. Once the bladder is filled, then we have special muscles that will force the urine out through the urethra. So the urine is excreted in the last process of the excretory system. So we can say that the first three processes, they all take place in the kidneys. Just to make a note there that these three are taking place in the kidneys. Okay, moving on to our next question. We have a table or instruction in front of us, and it says draw a table to show the three health issues related to the excretory system. So the table here shows the three health issues that we learned about, namely kidney stones, the bladder infection, and kidney failure. In the table, we must record or write down what causes this health-related issue and what the results of this health issue, the results of the health issue are. So kidney stones are caused by a low fluid intake. Like we learned that you actually need water in your body. So if you are not drinking enough water, you are always drinking juice, concentrated juice, sugary drinks, you have a risk of actually developing kidney stones because you are not allowing water to be passed through your system. Okay, you then have solutes such as salts and minerals that become concentrated. So if you were drinking water, you would help those solutes become dilute or help them dissolve better. So the result of kidney stones is that you'll have small crystals or stones forming in your kidneys. And what happens after those small crystals have formed, they will cause a blockage in the ureter. So this is a duct that leads from the kidney to the bladder. Okay, second health issue that we look at is the bladder infection. Here you have bacteria that enters the bladder. We already know that this is common in women because we say that they have a short urethra. What happens then? They will experience a swelling and pain during urination. And then the last health issue that we look at is kidney failure. Here, the kidney loses its ability to remove metabolic waste. Just as the name suggests, your kidney has basically failed to do what it used to do or normally does, or the processes that we learned about like filtration, absorption, as well as diffusion. So kidney failure will result in a decreased amount of urine. You will experience high blood pressure, you will feel tired, and you will experience weakness. Let us take a break and we will wrap up the lesson when we come back.